What's up, YouTube? Back in the garage shop again, working on Kenzie here. Did a little bit of stuff off camera, kind of gotten her buttoned up a little bit. Unfortunately, when I put Freon in, I don't know if I told you, but the Schrader valve and the fill leaked after I took the gauges off, so all my Freon kind of just escaped. So I got a new Schrader valve, revac the system down, and we're going to give her a try again. And yeah, I've been pulling the interior out so I can do the interior now. We're kind of on to the interior. We're just going to pull everything out, give it a good cleaning. I'm going to probably use some of the foam and sound dampener that was for the 1 ton. I'll get some more for the 1 ton. But there's some spots I want to sound dampen because there's a lot of panels that I haven't even sound dampened on this car. And I'd like to put the foam in some spots if there's not some foam. And yada, yada, yada. Because we're already running 2 SCAR 12s in this, off 2 SCAR amps. I got to run RCAs. I got my NVX amp turn on there. I need to get a fuse block. I found one. It's a pretty nice looking fuse block I think I'm going to go with. I still don't know if I want to get a second amp for back here and do each, like the old days, you know, each sub have its own amp. I'm thinking about it. SCAR amps aren't that expensive, so I may just get one. But with a nice amp rack. I'd like to get an auto control epicenter because I listen to a lot of older rock and I like to slam pretty hard to some older rock. So it would be nice to be able to kick up the bass in the older rock and roll. But yeah, I'd like to get epicenter that I need to get. I'm going to do components up front. I'm going to do a set of SCARs. Basically, I've got a set of coaxial 6.5s, TXs, I believe, that are going to go in the back B-pillars. And then I'm going to do a set of coaxials, or not coaxial, a set of components up front. The same components I used in Grandpa, the same components I used in the 3500. I really like the way them components sound. My ears are kind of sensitive. I hate aluminum dome tweeters. They kind of drive me nuts. I like the way the tweeters and the SCAR TX sounds, the silk dome ones. They sound pretty good to me, and I enjoy listening to them. So naturally, I'll choose them for this car. They're pretty inexpensive. They're a nice coaxial set. I do need to get some wire so I can run speaker wire from the back to the front for the amplifiers. I'm gonna put the I'm gonna build me a board back here like I did in the old damn mount the seat. Build it up like this. I'm gonna start over like I did. I might even do kind of fancy into the trim this time. I don't know. We might put all that back in there and kind of try to get everything semi looking kind of cool. Build me an amp rack. Try to get everything laid out nice and get it tall. I might even build another panel that goes over it that kind of just beautifies everything and just covers everything up with a plexiglass window and some fans and maybe, I don't know. Depends on how fancy I get. I did like doing the stereo in this car back in the day, and I don't think much changed, so I think I'll enjoy doing that again. We're going to do that. Like I said, I want to get everything. The crossovers are going to go back here. If I get another amp, obviously it'll go back here. The speakers, the subs are over there. Obviously, I'll have to wire the boxes up. And if I do get another amplifier in the epicenter, I have to buy an epicenter. Got to get speakers. Got to get an amp, epicenter, fuse block. All that stuff needs to be ordered before we can do a lot. But before I put the carpet in, I'd like to get RCAs ran. And I'd like to get the speaker wires ran. I have some cheaper. I have some Sky High 12 gauge. But I don't think I have enough to do. I can do probably both mid-range woofers with 12 gauge, and then I'll probably have to pick up, I don't really need 12 gauge wire for my tweeters, so I'll probably pick up some other wire. I do have this Amazon basic wire I was using to wire up my speakers outside for the 4th, and I got to run them a little better, bring them in the attic, and then bring them down to this. I have this deal that lets me select between the outdoor speakers, indoor speakers, outdoor speakers, and indoor and outdoor speakers. So that's kind of nice. It lets me put them wherever. So, yeah. But anyways, I'm off track there. But I got this 16 gauge Amazon Basic. This, personally, it's not, it's CCA wire. Guaranteed, I can tell you just by the weight of the wire. And just looking at it, you can kind of see the aluminum tin, or the aluminum core. It would work good enough for tweeters, personally. So I may go ahead and use that for the tweeters, and then use my 12 gauge for the woofers. Honestly, that stuff would be good enough for the lamp. I think it's 75 watts by 4 ohms. So yeah, that ain't gonna be a lot. So that 16 gauge to handle it. But if we have enough 12 gauge, we'll run 12 gauge to the woofers in the front doors. That means I had to tear the door apart and run wires up into it. And yeah, so that'll be fun. I'm probably going to do manual window conversions. I'm going to use the, get the manual crank windows out of the 96 I have. It was a B4C, so basically it was a very base Z28 with no T-tops, no power windows. May have had power locks. I think it had power locks, but that was it. So I'll probably go ahead and get the crank mechanisms out of it. If the door hinges are in a little better condition, I'll probably put the door hinges on this driver door, because this driver door hangs pretty low, and I think that would help. Or look up some used hinges that are in good shape and get some. I got to do a little bit of rust repair here, because this was rusting back when I got the car. I kind of treated it a little bit, but obviously I didn't completely stop it. So I'll go ahead and treat it up with get her good and sanded down, and put some Pour 15 on it. Probably clean everything up in here, rejuvenate these seals a little bit with the stuff I got, and just try to bring these back to life a little bit. Like I said, do a super cleaning on the inside everywhere, top to bottom, and get it safe to operate. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. This tire actually has a bad spot in the sidewall, and I backed out the shop, was going to take it for a spin, not very far because of that sidewall. But before I could actually take it for a spin, the spot on the tire popped out and let all the air out the tire, so pretty much blew that tire out and was flat in the driveway. So I couldn't even take it for its maiden voyage because this tire popped the sidewall out. So now I got to either look for a used tire to just get me by, or look for a set of 4. I'm probably gonna get a set of 4 new tires, because the date code on this one's 15, so that's relatively old, and the rest of the 2 that I put on way back when are 2011s. So yeah, we got 2 15s on the front, 2 2015 tires, and then 2 2011 tires on the rear. So pretty good age tires. They're starting to weather check. Thought about doing another set of these. They're pretty inexpensive. I think they're like $480 for a set of 4. There's some other ones that are they're not an all season like those are. They don't have stuff without like snow, and they're pretty good on water, but they're not really a snow tire. And all season they're just like they're summer months and general performance tires, they call them. A lot of guys put them on F bodies. It's kind of a common tire for these. They're not too bad. They're like $430, so we might go ahead and pick a set of those up. But yeah, got to get my other front bumper on. I am going to probably put the front plate on just because I got custom plates for it. So the other front bumper is not perfect shape, but is far nicer looking than this one. This one's got all the curb rash, the clear coat's coming off, all that garbage. The hood's pretty much junk too. So I want to get a SS style hood. The 97 SS hood that had the ram mirror spot in the middle. So I'd like to get one of them and put one on this car. Gonna go ahead, once I get it running good and everything, I'm gonna take it and do a full engine bay cleanup, just to kind of make it look more like the fuse box area that I repainted, and just give it a nice cleanup. And yeah, then once we get it running, get a stereo in it, and hopefully air conditioning and some tires, I'm going to drive this thing. I'd really like to take it on a little bit of trip, just get a good jaunt in her, and make sure everything's going to work, and make sure it runs good, drives good, everything. Then we can start slowly doing the, like I said, I got the bigger brakes. Let's do the bigger brakes and do suspension and all that stuff, get all the suspension and stuff done, so we can move on to eventually the V8 swap. I am probably going to put some miles on this engine, so we'll see. Might blow up in a week. Who knows? That'll be kind of irritating if it does, but hey, if it does, it does. I guess if it runs for a while, it'll run for a while. It's got good coolant and new water pump and decent oil pressure. So, I mean, it should last, I would hope. Might use a little oil. We'll see how the 4L60 handles it. It's had a lot of life, but it's got fresh filter, fresh fluid, and some Lucas in it. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll probably just cut this video here. It's kind of just an update. And when I get to work on it a little bit more, I'll do another video more in depth of doing the interior, kind of just going through. Don't really need to do another video of sound editing. I've done, I don't know how many videos on my channel of me sound damaging vehicles. Apparently I like doing that. So, yeah, anyways, we'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm looking forward to getting this interior in this car so we can drive it. And just kind of looking forward to getting it out of the garage because I have other projects that need to come in here. And I have a couple vehicles that need ported out, so they'll be coming in here to get engines, transmissions pulled, just different odds and ends and parts pulled. So we got to get this bad boy out of here so we can get them here to work on. So we'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good rest of your week.